Yeah, let us start the session with this homework problem which I had given as an assignment to you all in yesterday's session. This was the given x of n. What is the range given for x of n? It is from -1 to 4. The time range is between -1 and 4. And observe the amplitudes. All these amplitudes are 1, 1. Except at 4. At 4 you have 0.5 as the amplitude. This is some signal they have given you with some amplitude, some time range, some limited signal they have given you. What we need to do, we need to sketch this signal. The second part is not visible, it is 2 minus n. So I had told you we should start drawing, we should start solving this problem by drawing of this u of 2 minus n. How to get this 2 of u of 2 minus n? Here I have written the steps, it is visible. See, u of minus 1 I have written first and then plus 2. The same thing I have just taken n first and then the number next. You start with u of n, then as you have two operations involved, first shift and then scale. So go for shifting by plus 2 and then go for reflection. These are the steps to be followed. So let us start the problem. I hope it is visible to all. This is u of n. Remember, u of n, r of n, which is a ramp signal, delta of n, which is an impulse signal. These are all the standard signals. Okay, their shapes, how they look, what are their amplitudes, what are their time ranges, we have already studied in the previous part. While we were studying the elementary signals 6 plus 6, we have already seen how u, that is a step signal, looks like. Okay, so accordingly, first draw the u of n signal. Remember, we are working on a discrete time. Have the samples in the form of straight lines. Okay, don't get confused with the t. Don't use continuous signal. That is the very first common mistake you people may do. It's a very common mistake. When discrete is asked, you may end up solving continuous, or if continuous is asked, you may end up solving a discrete signal. So very first thing, uh, u of n, first you draw the signal u of n. Okay, how u of n is defined? The unit step signal u of n, you have the equation for it. The amplitude is 1 and 0. There are two parts. When the amplitude is 1, when n is greater than or equal to 0, and this is n less than 0. This is how we have already defined u of n. So accordingly, try to draw the signal. The lesser value of n, less than 0, amplitude is 0. That's why if you observe on the left hand side, we don't have any amplitude. Now for n greater than or equal to 0, the amplitude is a unit 1. Hence, the value starts from 0 itself. Amplitude is 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. Don't forget to draw this dash because this is indicating u of n is an infinite signal. Okay, if you leave, if you don't draw this, what this indicates? This indicates u of n is a limited signal between the range 0 to 4, which is wrong. So this is again common mistake. Instead of drawing continuous and discrete, you get confused. This is one mistake. Second mistake, you don't indicate this dots up to infinity. If you don't indicate this complete signal is wrong, because u of n is infinite signal and here you are showing that it is only between 0 to 4. So please don't do this mistake. So once we draw u of n, first we have to go for, we have seen here, shifting by 2. There is a plus sign in between. So plus indicates left shift, right? So plus shift because t naught will be a negative value. Hence shift the signal to the left side by how many amounts? By 2 amounts. So let us do that. U of n is starting from 0 extending up to infinity. If you shift the signal to the left side by 2 amounts, so let us shift We will start with 0, 1 point, 2 point. Let me mark this -1 and -2. So our new signal u of n plus 2, it will start from -2 point. And what is the amplitude here? At 0, all amplitudes are 1, 1 only. Okay. So amplitude, mark it 1. This is about 0 sample. Then continuously do for all samples. Take 1. Let me take a different color. Take 1, shift again this to the 2 places to the left side. 1, 2. So your point is now at -1. So at -1, draw this amplitude 1. Similarly, take one more, say 0.2. Okay. Shift by 2 amounts to the left side. So signal will be now at 0. So draw at 0. Like this, if you do it for every sample up to infinity, all the samples will get shifted by 2 amounts up to infinity. Don't forget to do this. Okay. So what is this new signal range now? Earlier it is from 0 to infinity. Now, let me just draw it. 0 to infinity. Now, the signal range is between -2 to infinity. We have a shift of 2. See, 1 unit and 2 unit. Originally, it was at 2. Now, it is at -2. There is a shift of 2 units to the left side. Okay. This is the shift of u of n plus 2. Now, next step is you should go for reflection. Reflection means you have to take all negatives. Negative means जो भी positive रहेगा, whatever time value, positive value you have, make it negative and vice versa. Reverse कर दो. Take the mirror image. Now, for this, we want a mirror image. What I said, time values, let me just put it here. Up to different n values. Now, if you observe, this is the negative side. If you change the sign of this time n, it's already minus. Put one more negative sign before it. It will become +2 and +1. So these two samples, which are actually at -2 and -1, will now be at 1 and 2. Because of time reversal, we are taking the mirror image. Whatever time value you have, just put a negative sign before it. Minus into minus becomes plus. Now similarly, try to do this. These are all positive sides. Put a negative sign before it. All times will become negative. So whatever these amplitudes are there, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to infinity, all will become negative now. So from on the negative side, draw all these 1, 1, 1, 1, like that, extend it. Here it was positive infinity. Put a negative sign to this also, you will get minus infinity. So this is the reversal. I have left 0. You see, it is actually the center part. Even if you take the mirror image of 0, -0 plus 0, it is same. So draw that also. This is one mistake which I have observed while I was checking your homeworks. Many times, many students, they remove this. They forget to put any amplitude at 0. Don't do that. Even 0, because if you observe your u of n, it is starting from 0 itself with amplitude. This dot indicates we have an amplitude at 0. Hence, don't forget this. Even 0 should be counted. Okay, 0 has no value, it doesn't mean. 0 is very important. So this is the reversal, reversal or time reflection. So the range is actually, here I have written, original range is -2 to infinity. Put a negative sign before these two. What new range you will get? It will be +2 to minus infinity. But you can't write like this. you should reverse this range also. Write this first and then this next. When you are reversing the time, reverse the range also. Whatever value is here, it will go to the last range. This last will become the first with the negative signs. Minus of minus plus. Okay, these are the ranges. So this is your u of minus n plus 2. What we need to do now? You have to multiply this u of 2 minus n with x of n given. So let us multiply. For multiplication, what I have done, this is already we have got. I have taken the signal x of n exactly below this, just so it is easier, okay? Because this whatever is drawn is is in my book's other page, and this is the next page of the book. So for my ease, what I have done, I have redrawn x of n one more time just below the u of minus n plus 2. Now let us try to multiply. Okay. The range of minus u of minus n plus 2 is from minus infinity. Okay, don't forget this. This minus infinity. So let us start from this only. All this, but check the x of n. It is a limited signal with some limited range. It is only between minus 1 to 4. Okay. So you have some amplitudes here, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, like that it continues. From minus infinity it is coming, but here no amplitude, 0. So 0 into any value, you will get 0 only. So if you check the final answer, the multiplied value y of n, you don't have any value here on the left side, 0 only, because x of n is 0 here. 0 into 1 will become 0. And this 0 is till what? Check. 0, 0, 0 till what? Till minus 1. So till minus 2, you have 0 only. So whatever, even though you have these samples 1, 1, 1, 1 multiplied by zeros, you will get 0 only here till minus 1. Now at minus 1, check what is the amplitude. Here it is 1 and here it is 1. So multiply 1 into 1. Check, see, till this whatever we dealt u of minus n plus 2, we are working on the shifting of time, that is n. Now we are multiplying, right? The question is to multiply. For multiplication, we are going for amplitude multiplication, not a time. So vertical axis is constant now. Okay. So now at minus 1, you saw at minus 1, both amplitudes are 1, 1. So multiply 1 into 1, you will get 1. So amplitude is 1 at minus 1. Now similarly go for next 0 point. Both have the amplitudes 1, 1. So multiply both 1 into 1. You will get at 0 also 1. And go for next time. Amplitude is 1. Amplitude is 1. 1 into 1. Again one more time 1. Next amplitude check. It is 1 into 1. You will get 1. Now after this, if you check, you don't have any amplitudes here, because after shifting and time reversal, we ended at 2 only. Okay, no further amplitudes here. So it is 0. But observe x of n, you have still 2 more amplitudes, 3 and 4. At 3 you have 1, at 4 you have 0.5. Whatever it may be, whatever the values of the amplitudes may be, but the one signal is 0. 0 multiplied by any value is 0 only. Hence, when you multiply these two signals, if you observe, this will vanish, this will vanish. How much will remain? Only between these two you multiply and you will get the result. Because here the amplitude is 0, here the amplitude is 0. Even though you have amplitude 1 and some value here, 0.5 and 1. Okay, I hope you understood this problem. Any doubts in this problem, please you can ask me, or I'll move to the next question. Any doubts? Let me see. Okay. Shrishti says understood. So shall I apply this to the whole class? Whether everyone understood? Shall I assume it? Even if a small doubt, you can ask me. Unmute and ask me, no issues. Okay, till you put any question, let me continue. If I get any message in the chat box, I'll again stop. Okay, this is the next question. Let us consider. Okay, I got one more. Let's see. Yes, ma'am, understood. Okay, Sanya is telling understood. So hopefully everyone understood. Any doubts, please, you can ask me anytime. I'll stop and explain you one more time. Consider a discrete time signal x of n. X of n, instead of giving you the figure signal directly, they have given you in this form. You should draw this. Okay, that's why I have taken this example. X of n, they have given, they have defined for some time range, they have defined the amplitude. Okay, and 0 otherwise. Sketch, you need to sketch some 6 to 7 points are there. So let us go with that one by one. So let us start the solution. The solution will be from drawing the signal x of n. Till now, what all problems we have solved, we have seen that many times x of n is given to you, or sometimes u is specified, you know how to draw it. U of n is a standard elementary signal. So you know how to draw u of n. So all these problems were of such kind. But in this problem, x of n is defined in some way instead of directly giving you the signal. So let us draw it. Okay, what it says, the range between, it is a discrete time, so small n is there. The range of this time is between -2 to 4. Okay, between these times -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, some 6, 7 samples are there. Between this range, you have the amplitude 1 and 0 otherwise. So let me draw it here. Just mark like this. This is your horizontal time. This is your vertical signal x of n. As the range is given, let me first mark all the times 1, 2, 3 and 4. So maximum 4, and here it is -2, -1, -2. Okay, this is the range given. So please just correct it. You make it equal to. Okay, it is like this, or equal to. I forgot that. So at till 4. So from -2 to 4, I have marked the time. What is the amplitude given? It is 1. So draw amplitudes like this for all these time n values between -2 and 4. Okay. So this is x of n. This is how we draw x of n. Okay. What happens if I don't take like this? Instead of, okay, just a second. Somebody has messaged me. Understood. Okay. So what happens if I don't put this equal sign? If I don't put like this, what changes are expected here is less than indicates I should not consider fourth point. If it is equal to, I can take fourth point. That is the difference. Okay, that's why, because in all cases I have taken 4. I have already solved it. Okay, it's in my book. Already I have solved. So I told you to take like this. But otherwise, if the question is a little bit changed like this, under that situation, you should not consider 0.4 because it is only less than, okay, not equal to. If it is not equal to means you should stop at 3 itself. That is the difference. Okay. So this is how we draw x of n. So that's what I have drawn it here. You can see x of n between -2 to 4. I have considered 4. So please correct this question. Make this like this. Okay. Between -2 to 4, we have amplitude 1. And what is the next condition given? Otherwise. Otherwise means accept this range whatever time you have in the complete horizontal axis. For all other values, it is 0. Means after 4, you have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 up to positive infinity. Here, before this, -2, you have -3, -4, -5 up to minus infinity. For all other values, no amplitude. That is 0. So this is how we draw x of n. Okay. So first step is over. We have drawn x of n. Yeah, Shrishti, you're right. Lesser value we should take. Now, what is the first question? If you see, it is x of n minus 3. So n minus 3 means you have a negative sign here. Negative sign indicates right shift. How many amounts? By 3 amounts. Right shift, 3 amounts. Why only right shift? Because negative sign is involved. Okay. So let's do that. So this is your x of n. If I shift the signal to the right side by 3 amounts, let's see the range. What will happen? First, let me start with this point. 3 amounts to the right side. So let me start 1 amount, 2, 3. So the signal amplitude, which is at -2, which is actually amplitude is 1, constant anyhow, it is now at 1. Okay. That's why if you observe, at 1, I have drawn 1 amplitude. It is indicating this amplitude. This time, -2 is now shifted to 1. Next, go for the next shift. Next, take the next point. Shift by 3 amounts. 1 shift, 2 shift, 3 shift. So now we arrive at 2. So hence, if you observe, at 2, I have drawn the next. This time is indicating 2. Okay. Likewise, how many times this shift has to be done? I did these 2. Remaining, how many samples are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So directly I will do, if you shift it by 3 amounts, 5 times I need to do this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So totally I have shifted every time. What you do, you take one by one and do. What I did, a simple thing, I started with the first point. I started with the -2 point, 1, 2 and 3. I arrived at 1, so I have drawn this. After this, next -1, I shifted 1, 2 and 3. I arrived at 2. After this, 0 point, 1, 2 and 3. I arrived at 3. After this, I counted 1, 2, 3, 4 remaining are remaining. So next 4 samples I have drawn. But you do this, shifting every sample by 3 amounts. You do this. This is the first part. Now, what is the second part? The second sub question is, we need to go for, let me just confirm whether I have got the correct answer or not. How to verify that? Check the total number of samples here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 samples I have. So count it here in your shifted signal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 samples in original signal also and in shifted signal also. Only the change is -2 value, whatever amplitude I have, it is got shifted to 1. And here it ends at 4. New value is at 7. Check the difference. 7 minus 4 is 3. Okay. 1 minus of -2 is 3. You will get like that. Total number of samples are same. Now coming to the second one, x of -n. So -n means it is time reversal. Okay. We need to go for a reflection. Whatever time is given in x of n, it has to be simply changed by the sign. So put a negative sign before every time. Minus, minus, minus. For every time, put a negative sign. Okay. What is the new time? Minus of minus 2, which is plus 2. So at plus 2, this amplitude, draw it. Now what is minus of minus 1? It is plus 1. So what amplitude you have here? Same amplitude, draw at 1. 0, no change. So 0, 0, same. Now what is the new time? If you put negative sign before this, it is minus 1. So at minus 1, draw this amplitude. Then minus 2 will become plus 2 will become minus 2. New time, if you put a negative sign, it will become minus 2. So make this minus 2. Then new time here, it is minus 3. At minus 3, draw the amplitude 1. At minus 4, draw the amplitude 1. Okay, just put a negative sign before all the times. New times you arrive at and draw the same amplitudes. Here you are not feeling it difficult because all amplitudes are constants. Okay, if I change these amplitudes like this, say at 2, 3 and 4, if I do like this, what will happen? So if I put a negative sign before this, minus 2, minus 3 and minus 4, new time will be minus 2. So at minus 2, you should draw this complete 2. It will be like this. At minus 3, you should draw this amplitude complete. Then minus 4, draw the amplitude this 2 here. Okay. So whatever amplitude is there on those times, same amplitude should be maintained. Only the time will vary if you put a negative sign. Then coming to the third one, the third question, let's see whether I have done that. Okay, it's here. Okay, if I put that, this is your second answer is over. Then go for the third one. It is x of 2 into n. So you have to go for time scaling here. Scaling is by a factor of 2. So this 2 is greater than 1. So if it is greater than 1, first condition applies. Signal will be the compressed version of your original signal. So to get the compressed version, you should go for division. A division by this 2 factor. So let's do that. For that, I have drawn this one more time. You can see. Yeah. I have drawn this one more time, x of n, so that it is easy for you. This is your x of n. As I want x of 2n, if you check here from the red pen, I have divided every time by 2. With the red pen, I have marked it. My 2 divide by 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 all times. Check what are the new values. What is minus 2 by 2? It is minus 1, right? So minus 2 by 2 is minus 1. Consider this. What is minus 1 by 2? It is 0.5, a fractional time value. Let us not consider. We will discard this. Next, 0 by 2 we should consider. 1 by 2 fractional time, discarded. 2 by 2 1 whole number, consider it. 3 by 2 1.5 fractional value, discarded. 4 by 2 it is 2, take it. So out of, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out of 7 samples, 3 samples are discarded, 4 samples are retained. Now let's see, what is this minus 2 by 2? It is minus 1. All amplitudes are equal, 1, 1, 1, 1. So no issues. So new time is minus 1. Draw this amplitude. 0, draw the amplitude. Then 2 by 2 is 1. Draw this 1 amplitude. 4 by 2 is 2. At 2, draw the amplitude. So original range was minus 2 to 4. The new range is minus 1 to 2. No doubt 3 samples have been discarded, 4 samples are retained. So this is the compressed version of this x of n. Okay, any doubts in this division? You need to discard few samples here, but in continuous time this discardtion will not happen. Okay, you don't discard the any of these values. Shall we take one more? It is the next one. If you see, it is x of n plus 4. Okay, n plus 4. There is a here we have done n minus 3. Okay, here it is n plus 4. Plus 4 means shift is to the left side by 4 amounts. Okay, so let us take this original signal. If I shift this minus 2 point to the left side by 4 amounts, let's see where I will arrive at. 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 4 point. Let me mark it. Minus 3, minus 4, minus 5 and minus 6. I will reach at minus 6 if I go towards left side by 4 amounts. I started with minus 2, 1, 2, 3 and 4. I will reach at minus 6. So at minus 6, draw this 1 amplitude. Amplitude, all values are 1, 1, 1. So no tension. Draw directly 1. Then go for the next time, minus 1. So again, shift by 4 amounts. 1 shift, 2 shift, 3 shift and 4 shift. So I will reach here, minus 5. So at minus 5, you draw the next. Then go for the third time, 0, 1 shift, 2 shift, 3 shift, 4 shift. I will reach at minus 4. So take at minus 4 this. So likewise, you do for 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 remaining 4 samples, you shift like that, you will get this 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now check whether we have got the correct answer or not. In order to check that, count the number of samples. Totally 7 samples here. Count here, you should have 7 samples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 samples and shifting should be by 4. So just see the range. It is minus 2 and minus 6. Subtract minus 6 minus of minus 2, which will be minus 6 plus 2, which is the difference is 4, right? So you are correct. You check here, last sample is 0, last sample is 4. Difference between these two, 4 minus 0 is 4. So in total number of samples are equal, and if you check the initial point and last point difference, you should get this whatever shift you have. Then you are arrived at the correct signal. Any doubts till this? Please, you can ask me. Still, how much time is remaining? Can anybody tell me, please? It's not visible to me. Still, how much time? I think the meeting is about to end. Probably another 4 minutes or so. Let me take one more problem till this. The next problem is, okay, first internal portion you want. Okay, let's not bother about the first internal. Let me complete the module 1. Okay, then we will go for the internals. Don't bother about the internal. If anybody asks you whether signals and system internal is done, you say no. I want to complete the module first. No hurry burry. Okay. So let us continue the next sub question. It is we are Actually, we should have done this, but I forgot that and I did this first. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this and then I will go to that. Okay, x of 2n into x of n. X of 2n just now we have calculated. Okay, and original signal is x of n. We should multiply these two. Amplitudes should be multiplied. Let's see how it is done. X of n is this, x of 2n is this. We have already done this. X of 2n is by compression. Divide. You see here, I have divided every time, and see only 4 samples will remain. Remaining 3 will be discarded. So this is your x of 2n. So take that as it is, x of n, x of 2n. Now if you multiply, you check the range, it is -2 to 4. X of 2n range, it is -1 to 2. Okay. Here we don't have any value, fine, no value. At -2, you have amplitude 1, but you check what is the amplitude here at -2, nothing, 0. 0 multiplied by 1 will be 0, so no amplitude here. Then go for the next sample at -1, amplitude is 1. Here also amplitude is 1. 1 into 1, amplitude is 1. -1 time पर आपका amplitude 1 आएगा. Then take 0. 0 we have both amplitudes 1 and 1. So 1 into 1, 1. Take next time 1 पे क्या है? Both amplitudes again you have 1, 1. So take 1. Next time 2, 2. Amplitudes are 1, 1 again. Take. After this 3 and 4 still 2 amplitudes are there. 3 and 4. But x of 2n has no value here. So 0. 0 multiplied by these 1, 1. Okay, here also 0, here also 0. 0 into 1, 0 into 1. So no value here. It is 0. So if you observe here, in between these two, okay,